Hey guys, welcome as we're going to be getting into this game. This is going to be awesome as we are going to be having a lot of fun. This is guaranteed to be an amazing series. We're going to be watching MarineKing.Prime. Again, I'm just quickly setting up the voting system at the moment. It's Marine King versus Coca. So go ahead, zanderfeverSC/vote. This is going to be quite awesome. We are going to be spawning directly on top of SlayerS.Coca, who is going to be the Zerg here in the top left. Actually, I think I have them in the wrong spots, do I? Yeah, Marine King is not the Zerg. It's SlayerS.Coca who's the Zerg. There we go. So there we have Coca here at the blue position. This is going to be an awesome game. Here we have MKP in the bottom right is the red Terran. If you guys would like, zanderfever.tv/vote. Let us know who you think is going to be winning, because Marine King is going to be most definitely the favorite to win this thing, as he is the favorite to win this entire tournament. He's MarineKing.Prime. You can't not say that, but he is going to have a very hard battle to fight. The entire tournament seems to be just Korean pros, GSL level, GSTL level. All these guys are in here. Code S, Code A. Everybody's actually trying to get into the TSL 4, and that's incredibly impressive. Team Liquid is doing an amazing job in terms of just running this tournament, doing very good job just getting people into it, making it accessible. There are so many qualifiers. Their point system is really amazing, and their way of getting in all the players either seeded in by winning the tournaments or getting points to it gives everybody reason to compete. Because even if you get into the round of 16 or the round of 32, you get points towards getting into the full TSL 4 once the full tournament happens, and that is amazing cool. So at the moment, it seems that MarineKing has kind of gotten all the votes, which is really shocking to see. Actually, look, now it's Kuko's at 25. Okay, cool. So we have 75% favor of MarineKing. It's kind of he's proxying again? Oh my God, MKP. Well, it's a 2-rack, so it's not the most terrible proxy ever. But once again, we're watching as it got scouted. He actually did the exact same spot as he did when we watched him play against Shield, or Someday 92, or whatever he's called. I think it was Someday 92. Isn't Sleep 92? I feel like Check6 Sleep, he signs in on stuff like Zotek at Sleep. I don't know. It's I think he's Sleep. I want to say Sleep. I think it streams that as well. Whatever. We've got Overlord just running around looking for the scouting information they can possibly get. But MKP is throwing down his command center. Basically just canceled this and turned this 2-racks into a gasless fast expand. And these double refineries are going to make me think that he will be going for a Hellion play afterwards. However, it's MKP. It is entirely possible to say that he will just go ahead and immediately go for bio. I've seen players go for a quick 3-racks after the gasless expand with either 1 or 2 refineries, getting down a tech lab or 2 and a reactor, and moving in with a ton of bio to go ahead and hit the Zerg. So right now, I actually have a fair amount of lings on the field. 8 lings. You are playing as MKP, so I guess it's better to play safe than sorry. Plus, with delaying that proxy hatch in the top, it's a little nice of a lead position for Coca, so he can afford to not make a drone or 2 and kind of just play a little bit more safely so he doesn't lose just for something stupid. But MKP is actually being pretty greedy at the moment. His command center is going to be able to finish, I think, but his marine count is tiny compared to the presence of those compared to the presence of the links, and we are going to see the command center force lift off. Nice little move to actually get the SCV load up into that base. The links popped forward. They will be seeing the fact that there is going to be a factory going down with the reactor. We actually have another factory going down, so MKP may be straight up meching. He'll probably throw down a tech lab onto this factory and either go for a quick siege mode or Blue Flame Hellion. I'm leaning towards Blue Flame Hellion because I do believe that 3 Blue Flame Hellions produced at once is absolutely devastating towards the Zerg players. I'm kind of thinking... I keep saying I kind of think... I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of fun just picking out what these guys' strategies may very well be, and plus I have to say I am fatigued. I'm going to flat out just admit this. I am very fatigued. I've casted 6 hours Tuesday for the TSL, 6 hours yesterday for the TSL, plus I stayed up to 3 in the morning trying to get everything on this brand new computer that got built yesterday, so we can stream all this stuff as effectively as possible. It doesn't even have a webcam. I'm using Skype chat with myself to give yourselves a video feed. I have to say, it's not my best game. Not my best day of casting. You can tell I'm slipping over my words, so I apologize for that, guys. However, if you do want to see the most intense games ever, there's also the ones from yesterday you could very well see. So I'll probably be a little calmer today, just for my own sanity's sake. After all, I'm human. I'm not the casting machine. Oh, 4 Hellions at once. Ooh. 4 Hellions at once. That is really interesting, but there's a lot of queens on the field. We have a wall off happening at the Evo chamber at the front. So if we're going to see this get walled off effectively, we may end up watching MKP getting stopped by a few spine crawlers. And we have a Roach Warren. No Roach Warren out for Coca, but you could do that soon. The hatchery should actually be pretty safe considering it's basically pure Hellion that is coming out from MKP, and he's still producing them like this. But check out the fact that this Barracks has got a tech lab on top of it. I think he's going to end up swapping these factories for these 2 tech labs, and then starting to produce either getting the Blue Flame upgrade or getting just pure siege tanks or Thors or something. Does he have an armory on the field? I don't see an armory, so it may not be Hellion Thor. It may just be Hellion siege tank. But either way, that is a lot of damage. But here we go, 12 Hellions. This is the 3rd round of Hellions, and he's got 12 of them out in the field. And he's actually going to be able to do a shocking... Oh my god. Have you ever seen Hellions do so much damage to a building all at once? Jesus. But here we have Queens, but they're going to get splash damaged, and will MKP get the line of shots? He does line up his shots very nicely. We're going to see Transfuse go down on a couple of those Queens, and MKP's down to 9 Hellions. He's going to be down to 8 Hellions in a second. We're going to see the roasting of his Queens. 4 Queens are coming to play, though. These Hellions are kind of going down. They're not going to be able to take down the hatchery. 4 Queens are going down, and to be honest, Coca is actually doing a great job of defending against this. Barracks going to be getting on to these guys who do have siege tanks on the way. There is siege mode, no blue flame research there, so MKP is just happily long. And my god, my throat is actually really hurting. This kind of sucks. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to cast today. I hope for a while, though. I wanted to cast for at least 5 hours, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Is 17 hours in 3 days plus processing every VOD in the same day? Maybe that's too much. I don't know. I don't want it to be. Alright, well, siege tank count is continuing to increase, and MKP is doing a good job of actually controlling all this stuff. The thing that we're noticing, though, is the fact that there's no upgrades for the Marines at all. No stim, no combat shield, no +1 attack, no armor, no E-base at all are really accomplishing much of anything. Well, that is, except for the eBay, its natural expansion that's getting this +1 attack, but these are still stimless and combat shieldless, and that is worrisome. It's an interesting push. So he's complementing it with the Hellions, but Coca, he's got a lot of Queens on the field, and now he is getting Roaches. And the Roach speed is almost done. He might have that in time if MKP does not push out in a good speedy manner to work on getting out the presence on the field. But looking at the state of what Coca has, he's even getting his banelings. Oh, we get blue fluorescent banelings, and they pulsate even better on high graphics than on low graphics, which is kind of obvious to know, but still, here we've got the Roaches getting picked off. Now we're having an attack to the banelings so they can get their big spread. They kill off a ton of those Marines, and these siege tanks get destroyed by the Roaches and Queens out here. Coca is crushing this push. His siege tanks managed to do a little bit of damage, but it's basically just these 2 in the back. One is sieged, one is unsieged. They are getting repaired, and MKP has pushed back this little bit of forces from Coca, but we are watching as MKP is being forced back. That battle seemed more like a stalemate than anything else. I feel, looking at this, that Coco definitely made him come out on top by a little bit, but now we're seeing that kind of get evened out as Roaches are starting to fall. But the macro of Coco is looking to be very, very solid. MKP is going to be delayed at getting his 3rd base because this Overlord is pooping some creep down there. We have a 4th base out from Coca on the way, and that's going to be really impressive. Once that macro kicks in, we're going to see a massive lead in the supplies for Coca. But as of right now, Combat Shield is almost done, but Stim is still no Stim. And without Stim, I'm worried for MarineKing and his ability to split and everything. And it's kind of odd to say you're worried about MarineKing and his ability to split, but to be honest, Stim is pivotal on that, especially on creep. Without Stim, you're basically reduced to just kiting. But here you have these Hellions going down, not really any kills between them, but with centrifugal hooks, the upgrades being the +1 carry-based and the +1 melee attack here, these tanks do not have their +1 upgrade, which means these Zerglings will die to 2 hits to the tanks, which is ever so important in those large-scale engagements. And with that in mind, looking over here, got a third command center down, and stim is just starting. A 13.5-minute stim. I don't understand why MKP didn't throw down 2 barracks and get a second tech lab. I really feel that this delay is going to hurt him a lot. He also has no starport tech whatsoever, so maybe that's his reasoning, because he's not going to be able to heal the Marines. He's not going to go for the... He's not going to go for the medevacs, I guess. But his medevac tech is actually down here in this natural expansion. So he'll be able to get out some medevacs soon, but he's giving Coca so much time. Coca's going to have this 4th base completely up and running with gas mining and everything within the next minute. And the main is still having mining for him. We see the spread of units is really helping out Coca with 67 drones, now 70 drones, and now a lot of Lings, Burrow, and the 2-2 upgrades on the way, along with the patching glands being done. Means infestors can easily be out in the field to support. And as infestors get the fungals on the bio units, we could have these banelings connecting amazingly well. Even with the combat shield done, it does 10 damage with the stim. There's 45 health there. We have the 35 damage, 38 I think with the upgrade, and then Lings 2-shot those Marines. That's really, really important to see. But there we're going to see the attack possibly commencing. There is a shot off with this tank, but look at only 1 kill because of the upgrade on the Lings. We have a couple single digit health Lings down there, and the creep is so far forward. Coca's going to be able to stream in with the even Queen support on top of this attack, and that could be really, really bad. Finally, the creep is dissipating here. MKP did manage to take out that Overlord, but with the presence of that creep still basically there, we're going to need to see a command center coming down. There it is. And MKP may be forced to build a planetary fortress with this. I don't think he's got the map security and the numbers to really allow him to get an orbital command, but he may be greedy and go for it anyway. He's incredibly Marauder heavy, which is going to fare well against the Banelings, but the thing is the Zerglings, that once they get this around, are going to be really good against that, and the Fungals are going to nullify the micro from MKP, and he's not spread out right now, but the medevac's out and the stim done, MKP does have a nice opportunity to go ahead and push in for a little bit of a kill. Spore Crawler is actually in the main base. We see a Spire, the natural expansion will allow for a lot of Muse. I think we're going to see a big Muse, which look at the gas count for Coca. He could easily get out over a dozen Muse when he moves in, but looks like we're actually seeing the Carapace upgrade going. Oh, the Hive is done. It's going to go for Broodlords. That's what that is for. At least I would assume so, but the Carapace upgrade kind of also says mutas, so they survive longer to the Marine shots, as the Carapace is honestly so much more beneficial than going for any kind of attack upgrades. But here we have some Marauders that are very close to dead. They actually are still successfully able to stim. They got more than 20 health, and there we go. Fungal Lance, huge Fungal, my god, on all those Marines and everything. Down to 25 health. The 3rd damage done by the Fungals is going to be amazingly powerful. There we'll see another Fungal splitting of the Marines is going to be really effective, but these are very vulnerable infestors. They're going to see that once with energy getting picked off, no Fungals are going to be added here, and now we're having MKP streaming forward as, oh god, this is a really devastating push that's happening right now. All of the Marines are standing there. We have a counterattack here from Coca, hitting a lot of these bases. The SCV count's going down, and with this word kill count going so far in favor of the good old Coca. The Greater Spire is not going to be allowed to finish with 100 Lings on the field. 71 drones to so few SCVs. Wow, but MKP's got a lot of units back here. This infestor's got to be really careful. It does land a Fungal on the ramp. Really important. More infestors are going to be landing, but they're not going to be able to continue Fungal on the ramp, preventing MKP from getting up inside the base. But these Lings are looking to go for a complete flank. And oh no, the siege tanks are not going to be very well supported by this. In fact, actually, that Billion got a little bit of a nice little bit of splash damage against these Marines. But where are the Zerglings? They're actually going to go back for another attack. They're kind of just sitting there now. MKP is just destroying that 3rd base, but there's still this 4th base of mining there for Coca, as MKP is now sieged up yet again. We're going to see him engage and attack. We have Corruptors here, but there's no ability to get Broodlords. The Greater Spire was, you know, even have the neutral Terran getting burned down. This is the other one. Actually, looks like MKP also killed the other one, but this supply was also going to go ahead and fall. As we're going to have the Banelings and everything streaming forward. Fungals are going down. The supply dip at the bottom right fell. I don't really care about that. It's fine. Spore Crawler is here. No kills on that. Has not been able to get a pick off on a medevac or 2. But at this point in time, MKP is looking like he is not going to be losing this game. He is pushing forward and doing a ton of damage, picking off infestors, drones, everything. And Coca is just sitting here with a ton of lings. He has a 2-2 upgrades. You know what? He could actually surround this army by MKP. Not much thing is going to be able to be done if this medevac goes down. Actually, wow, it stays alive. The Corruptors, I don't think, are still around the field anymore. If they're Corruptors, they could easily pick off the medevac. I don't know where they went. Ultras, what? He got Ultras out? He successfully, where is this Ultra? He successfully got Ultras out. Cutting his plans going down. He's going to have 4-2 Ultras soon. And MKP has no economy except his natural expansion mining from those minerals. He's got so little gas income. But with his low income, Coca may be able to just attack and kill. Oh, we're going to see the engagement happening right now. There are Marauders in play. Stim's going down, but there's just so little health. The Corruptors just take down everything. Oh god, Coca just destroyed that army. And here we have a ton of Marines, though. If they split, there's no investors to go ahead and fund these guys to prevent any kinds of real play. But there is going to be the engagement down there. And liftoff with only one medevac in play. And wait a second, the Spore Car is going to help go ahead and engage. The Corruptors are going to start attacking. And he may be forced, though. No, the one with the energy, with all the units is going to get picked off. And it falls. That's the units for MKP. That is the units. There's almost nothing else for MKP left on the field. There's 5 Marines. Is that it? 5 Marines and a Marauder and a Medvac. And now we've got Lings and Ultras. Coca has got more food. He's put down his hatchery yet again, but that's his last chance to have a hatchery. He's got 19 minerals left and 1,000 gas. And MKP's natural is looking to be so vulnerable. It's good scouting with the Corruptors. Looks like MKP wants to wall off, but guess what, buddy? The rocks are broken into your natural expansion, so it is completely vulnerable. There is a 2 siege tanks on the high ground now. It's going to be a nice little touch, but I think Coca just saw. So you know what, this game, he might not feel comfortable attacking into the siege tanks. More siege tanks are going to be coming out for him, and the mining is looking like it's going to be done shortly. 2 drones only mining gas, but here we have more rocks going down. I guess we're going to see another angle of engagement possibly in here, but look at the creep spread. Coca is getting all the way across the map, and it's funny because his first 3 bases are the only bases without creep in the entire map, essentially. I mean, the main base of MKP almost has creep in it, and here we go. The creep teams are going to be spreading, and MKP, he's got to see this. Yeah, he sees that this is down, and that's going to be going down really quickly if there's going to be a scan, but there's going to be no landing here. There's even a burrowed Zergling, but that burrowed Zergling is going to accomplish nothing because of the creep that's there as well. But we're going to have the the SCVs. Are they going to follow? The SCVs are going to hit. We see 1 goes down, 2, 3 go down, 4 go down. This Orbital Command is still trying to follow its path to, I almost say righteousness, but it's going to try and get ahead down here, and look at the creep continuing to be spread down here. Notice where it's being spread to, everywhere, to make sure that he has no way as possible. Without the landings, the Corruptors are actually doing a good bit of damage. There's even a Queen with 2 transfuses available to heal these Ultras, but there's MKP sieging up and trying to defend this natural, but this third, or I guess now the only base, I guess you can call it main 2 for Coca, is now mining rather nicely, but this Orbital Command will not be falling anytime soon. But this creep spread is insanity. It is officially locking down the entirety of this base, and look at it. Creep is even going to be spread down there in the bottom parts. MKP can only grab, well, I guess I can get another 3 based on the map, but I highly doubt he'll be getting these top 3 bases. I highly doubt Coca's going to let him out, as this is looking to be absolute insanity, as these Ultras are getting ready to try and engage. There are 5 of them out in the field. They are 2-2 only. The Chitinous Plating, I think, got canceled to get out another Ultra. But the 2-2 is still pretty decent, considering that there is not much of any types of upgrades out here for MKP. I think he just has 1-1. I don't even know where that eBay went. I think the eBay actually got killed. I don't even see any Marines out in the field at the moment. There's 5 Marauders somewhere on the map. Looks like they might be in a... Nope, they're not over there. Where are your Marauders, Mr. King.Prime? Where are your Marauders? Ah, their Marauders are down here. They just die. There's 5 Marauders somewhere on the map. There we go, there's the Marauders, 1-1. MKP's got Marauders over here. Ah, that's where they're hiding. Looks like they tried to do a little bit of a drop to harass what's down here, but check out the Lings and the Banes. There's no Lair Tech actually out, but we're just going to be having Zerglings being produced. But you know what? Look at this, stimming on these Marauders, forced to scan. And you know what? This one Marauder may not be able to do enough against these creep tumors, but it is down there as we're continuing watching forward. As we're watching, it looks like the creep tumor is going to be able to be saved, because they're going to have an Ultra just destroying a Marauder. All of these siege tanks are sitting here. I mean, obviously they can't attack these Corruptors, but Wait a second, there's no anti-air at all. There's no Marines on the field. Vikings, no Vikings, because those probably died of the Cruisers. MKP doesn't have any kind of economy. He's literally out completely in terms of minerals, except for this one patch in his main. Has 135 left. I don't think MKP can win unless he gets a really stupid engagement from Coca. I could say bad engagement, but I mean, I seriously mean stupid engagement, because this is a ridiculously that Coca has at this point. A ridiculously that Coca. This is ridiculous. I can't say ridiculous more and have it not be just it's less true. It's insanity. But since we have not much going on, let's go ahead and just watch the banlings roll. Because that's what, when in doubt, watch your banlings roll. Or just pulsate, because there's literally nothing much else that's happening in this game at the moment. They pulsate so fluorescently. Pulsate. So here we have Marauders going forward. They're going to try and take down the Corruptors. The Marauders trying to engage That's not even funny. It's just this is not going to happen. So we see they're going to continue to push forward. Looks like MKP is going to need to repair this right now, because it's burning down at this point in time. It lands, but MKP, where's your repairing? Looks like he will not be repairing. This game needs to end, actually. It's basically over. MKP can't even land over here because of all the creep tumors that were over there, still spreading creep. I'm kind of tempted to actually fast forward, but I don't want to do that. I mean, I feel like that would be disrespectful to MKP, and that's the last thing I want to do. Okay, so we have Marauders now trying to engage. The Ultra's actually dying really quickly to the siege tanks and the Marauder attacks, but here we go, sprinting forward. Oh, this is it. This is the boss that's going to end this game. MKP calls GG, and there it is. SlayerS.Coca is going to be able to take game number 1 in this series. It is a best of 3. There we have the Skype call with myself. So, really cool game. Game 1 goes to Coca, and that's, I don't want to say an upset, but kind of is. Let's go ahead and get in the next game, because I want to see game 2.